Hello, my beautiful people. This is Makeup Indulgence coming to you with a fall makeup look. You can call this a fall makeup look, or you can say this is like a date night, daytime look. Honestly, I wear this look a lot. Like, this is my go-to when I don't know what to do, but I want to look my best and I want to look like a nice soft glam. This is your look right here. We're working with two beautiful palettes that I just got, like, I think I was a couple of days ago. These little beautiful's right here. But I'll be showing you in detail how I got this look. The only thing I didn't film on camera is going to be the lashes and my eyebrows, because honestly, it's redundant. You don't need to see it over and over and over again. But if you do want to figure out how to make this look possible, please stay tuned. So eyebrows and eyeshadow prep has been done. Plus I have two mirrors that I'm indicating. So if you see me look around, that's why. So we're going to start off with the Jaclyn Hill Neutrals palette. I'm using Just Barely and Good Vibes mixed together just to put in the crease to make sure everything is good when it comes to transitioning shades. Next, we're going in with the Morphe 9P palette, and I'm using Love and Lust, a nice beautiful red brown shade. Now I had to be careful with this color because clearly it has a color payoff, so I had to kind of diffuse the color a little bit. Clearly this color is beautiful, but I was kind of adding a little bit too much, so I really had to like calm it down, because I'm over here looking in the mirror like, what did I just do? Next, we're going into the color Booked with the defining kind of fluffy brush, and I'm really trying to work on the outer V because we're going to start building up those browns. Now these colors kind of remind me of like a mixture of neutral and warm tones, so I had to keep going back and forth to like make sure I blend out those outer edges, because I noticed on the other eye things started to get a little patchy. But of course, naturally, we're going to fix things because we make mistakes and we're going to make this thing work, okay? Next, we're going to go in with a fluffier brush, a clean brush of course, and mix in Boo Bear. Later I'll go into Cinnamon Roll too and kind of alternate, but the biggest thing is I'm trying to make sure this is kind of blown out. I don't want any harsh lines with these brown colors. I promise you it looks crazy before it looks great. Trust the process. That's all I can say, is trust the process. For my lid shade, we're going in with the color Striptease. You're going to see by my face that when I first applied this eyeshadow, the color payoff was not giving me what I wanted. So I had to go back in and add a white base just so that I can get more of a richer color. And I used, I want to say it was like a NYX base. You can use any white base, honestly, or a black base. It doesn't really matter, to be honest with you, as long as the color payoff is exactly what you asked for. But yes, I had to go in and apply that. And in the inner corner, we're applying Dripping or Birthday Suit. I cannot remember. One of the two, but it's pretty. I started to add a highlight shade of Just Barely, but I'm actually going to go back in with my highlighting powder shade because it looked a little too stark white for my taste. And it made me look a little ashy at the brow bone, but we gonna fix it. No worries, no worries. wanted to add a more of a warmer brown, so I went into one of my Juvia's Place palettes and grabbed that rich red brown shade, and then went back into like a dark coal brown, I want to say. I'm sorry if I am not explaining this beautifully, but we went in basically with different brown tones. And then of course you see me kind of like messing up, but this is going to be a beautiful mistake. We're going to fix it. I'm taking another Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm using the black called Temptress. This is not a sponsored video. I just use a ton of Morphe and a ton of Jaclyn Hill products, ironically. So what you see me basically do is just building up the intensity of the brown and the black, because I kind of want to create a smoky eye, but it's not as intense as it looks. And then I'm taking my highlight powder shade I use for my under eyes to kind of diffuse the lines around, because we're really not going for like a harsh cat eye. Everything's just kind of blown out and diffused. I apologize for the creepy stare, but we're going back into that Love and Lust just to kind of touch up that color, because sometimes things kind of get diffused a little too much, and that happens. We just play a little cleanup and keep it pushing. Next, we're going in with some eyeliner. I use a liquid like e.l.f. liner, honestly. I'm used to this over the felt tip. I've been using this exact same brand for years, and honestly, it's really hard for me to change. But I'm gonna cut this clip a little short. Now, if I do make any mistakes with my eyeliner, I simply will clean it up with concealer a little later on in the video. Don't be hard on yourself if you mess up on your eyeliner. Either take a simple makeup wipe or some concealer, sharpen that line, and you're good. For foundation, I'm using Fenty. I've been using it for quite a few years. She got my undertones like on point, okay? This is not sponsored either. I just really love this foundation. If I'm gonna wear any foundation, it's gonna be Fenty. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've tried way too many different brands of foundation, and I always go back to Fenty. Now for my short forehead girls, you understand my struggle that I have to pinch my brush to make sure that the foundation does not get in my hairline near my eyebrows. Like, this is the funniest thing to see, but this is the only way I can get that makeup on right. For concealer, I'm currently using the e.l.f. I forget what type of concealer, but it's an e.l.f. concealer. It shocked me how well it is and how I love the undertone for when I'm highlighting, because it's not yellow. I think I want to say it's got more of a pinker undertone, which I prefer, because sometimes these yellow based concealers have me looking like I have jaundice under my eyes, and I don't like it. Nice and crisp eyeliner, easy trick. Been doing it for years, been messing up for years, and look. I'm taking a tinted setting powder. I put way too much, so you're gonna see that I'm not even gonna go back in and double dip. I'm just gonna take what's under my eye and disperse it across my face. I really don't bake anymore because that white cast is no joke. Next, we're going to set my makeup with a pressed powder that you can see that I've clearly had to fix because it keeps breaking on me, so I probably will not be buying that one again. Next, we're going to contour. It's a Morphe palette. I forgot what it's called, but I usually go in with those two shades to contour, and then I'll go back in with that darker shade to do a slight contour, and I mean lightly, because otherwise it will look muddy on me, but this is my go-to contour palette. Now, I'm doing a light contour on the nose. I really don't contour my nose anymore because I really just like to enhance my bell pepper. I like her to show a lot more than I used to. Okay, I'm a part of the Big Nose gang and I'm very proud. For the lower lash line, I actually mixed Boo Bear, Booked, and Cinnamon Roll to smoke out the lower lash line. But I'm going to diffuse it really, really, really good. And then go back in with that Love and Lust in the other Morphe palette, just to add that red tone underneath there so it doesn't look ashy. I'm just refining the eyeshadow to make sure if there's anything else I need to touch up. We're going to go with that blush as well. I feel like I put too much on. I'm not heavy-handed, but this blush is just really, really pigmented, but we're going to diffuse it a lot more. And then I'm going to go over top it with a Milani blush that's more of like a luminizer than a blush. I really like this. I learned it off of TikTok, I want to say, where it's just, when you set it with some setting spray, it is so pretty. We're going to prep our lashes, and I'm actually going to put on my lashes off camera because, again, it's redundant, and plus I don't like doing it on camera. It's just so much easier. But can we just appreciate how good this mascara is? Like, my lower lashes be showing. Okay, doll eyes. For the lips, we're going with a NYX liner, some dark brown shade. I don't even know what it is. But I'm going to line my lips because I love a good defined lip line. And then I'm going to go in with a burgundy shade, which, looking back at it, I probably should have just left it alone because I think that's what caused my lip color to be a little too pink for my taste. And this is where the mild mess up happens, but we're gonna fix it, no worries. I tried out this new liquid lipstick by Jaclyn Hill. I think it's called Truth. And I don't know what it was on camera. It was looking so Pepto-Bismol pink. But it's not that bright in person. I don't get it. So you're gonna see me adjust this twice. Because I was like, what the heck is this? So I went in with a muted pink by NYX first to try to fix it. And then I'm going to top it with two different glosses to fix it. I'm simply just expressing my distaste for how pink it is. Like, don't get me wrong, I love pink lipstick, but this, yeah, it wasn't giving that. So I went over top of it with a lip gloss called Madeline. And then I went over with another lip gloss. I forgot what it's called, but it's more like a nudie brown color. And I set my face with a Urban Decay spray. Honestly, it just helps me to look more dewy, but matte, and not powdery, which I cannot stand that look. And we're going to touch up that contour with that darker shade I told you about. Very little. And a look is not complete without a little bit of highlight by Juvia's Place. It's not too intense. It gives me just the right amount of glow without looking like a strobe. No shade. And I'm just topping it off with that brown lip gloss. I don't know what it's called. I'm so sorry. But honestly, it finished the look and I was finally satisfied with how everything was looking. And we are all done with the transformation. Thank you so much for watching.